Akash, Sai, video. Akash will come back. They'll
Good afternoon, everyone. Please welcome our guest for the day.
No. అక్కడ ముందు అక్కడ తేజ వైట్ షార్ట్స్ వైట్ ఇప్పుడు అందరు కూర్చున్నప్పుడు వైట్ షార్ట్స్ Sir, Uday sir, come back.
Good afternoon. We, Srinath and Niveda, host of the day, welcome you all. We request you all to rise for the national anthem.
Take photo. There's a photo. Straight with. Should I take audience also?
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गादा जनगण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. SRM believes in creating a clean and green environment. With the same spirit, we would like to extend a hearty welcome by presenting the plans to our guests of the day. I now request our Pro Chancellor Sir to present the plan to the Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh. I request our Pro Vice Chancellor Sir to present the plan to Professor Umesh Wagmare Sir, President, Indian Academy of Sciences.
Thank you, sir. I request our Vice Chancellor, sir, to deliver the welcome address.
Good afternoon. The most respected Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Vishwabhushan Harichand Ji, Honorable President, Indian Academy of Sciences, Professor Umesh Wagmereji, Special Secretary, Chief Secretary, Shri R.P. Sisodia ji, our beloved Pro-Chancellor, Dr. P. Satyanarayanan, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Narayana Rao, Registrar, Dr. Prem Kumar, scientists from ISRO and Department of Atomic Energy, students and faculty from various schools, colleges, and universities, my dear colleagues and students, members of press and media, ladies and gentlemen. I, on behalf of SRM University AP, welcome you to our serene, pious, and beautiful campus. Sir, we are blessed to have you here today as we host 88th annual meeting of the Indian Academy of Sciences and also commemorate 75 years of our independence and the glorious history of our people, culture, and achievements. Thank you from the core of our hearts for inaugurating the Science and Technology exhibition organized by the Indian Space Research Organization and Department of Atomic Energy, an exhibition which will give an opportunity to know about the developments in Indian space missions and nuclear technology. Sir, we are a 5 years young university with a vision to disseminate world-class knowledge and to ignite a culture of innovation and build a university that is globally connected, nationally relevant, and regionally transformative. In this short span, with more than 5,700 students and 265 faculty across 3 schools and 17 academic departments, we have published about 1,100 research papers and articles in high-quality Q1 journals, filed and published more than 100 patents, 3 have already been granted, earned about 60 sponsor research and consultancy projects with an outlay of more than 25 crores, and have incubated 12 startups with a cumulative revenue of rupees 22 crores. The average salary of our graduating students in 2023 is more than 8.5 lakhs, whereas many students have opted for their higher studies in international universities of repute. Sir, I believe that we are on the right path and have a zeal and appetite to perform better and better in times to come through our world-class infrastructure, highly learned faculty and staff, bright students, innovative pedagogy, national and international collaborations of repute, and our clear focus on research and innovation. We also do realize the importance of education and research for self-reliance and are geared up to fulfill the dream of Government of India, that is Atmanirbhar Bharat, to become more efficient, competitive, and resilient. I thank our Pro-Chancellor and Pro-Vice Chancellor in bringing the Science and Technology exhibition to our campus. I also thank all my faculty and staff in putting their hearts out in successfully organizing the exhibition. Without your contributions, this would not have been possible. Thank you. Sir, before I leave, 2 lines from a Hindi poem, Agnipat by Harivansh Rai Bachchan. तू ना थकेगा कभी, तू ना रुकेगा कभी, तू ना मुड़ेगा कभी, कर शपथ, कर शपथ, कर शपथ, अग्निपथ, अग्निपथ, अग्निपथ. धन्यवाद. जय हिंद.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to welcome our Pro-Vice Chancellor, sir, to address the audience.
महामहिम आंध्र प्रदेश के राज्यपाल श्री विश्वभूषण हरिचंदन जी, visionary educationist and Pro-Chancellor of SRM University, Dr. Satyanarayanan, our beloved Vice Chancellor, Professor Manoj K. Arora, President of the prestigious Indian Academy of Sciences, Bangalore, Professor Umesh Wagmare, Special Chief Secretary to the Honorable Governor, Mr. Sisodia, Dr. Pola Bhaskar, Commissioner, College of Education, the District Collector, Mr. Venugopal Reddy, our Registrar, Dr. Prem Kumar, Mr. Gopi Krishna of Shar Center, ISRO, Mrs. Rini Borges, Secretary of the Indian Academy of Sciences, our deans, directors, faculty members, research scholars, and students of this university, as well as students from the neighboring institutions. I deem it an honor and a great pleasure to welcome all of you to the inaugural function of the Science and Technology exhibition. Science and technology is all about innovation, discovery, and research. Any country that has made advances in prosperity has invariably depended on science and technology. England became a world power. It was because of the Industrial Revolution. US became a superpower. It was because of its technology. I'm sure that all of you appreciate that whatever wealth you see around us is due to science and technology. Just have a look at around us. Whatever here and everywhere in the world, it is due to science and technology. Indian economy under the British Raj, just before independence, the GDP growth rate was 0.85%, abysmally small, less than 1%. And today, the GDP growth rate of this country is 7%. One of the factors for this remarkable growth was our proactive application of science and technology and insatiable quest of our scientists and technologists in building this nation. Indian scientists and technologists have made significant contributions in certain areas of national priority given the resources allocated to science and technology. India is designing, developing, and launching world-class communication and remote sensing satellites. These communication satellites have brought out a sea change in our communication networks in this country. India has launched a mission to moon, Chandrayaan, and it is an exciting story. One of the defining moments in India has been the roaring successful launch of India's Mars Orbiter mission, Mangalyaan. The Mars Orbiter mission has paved a new global pathway for interplanetary travel. Now, ISRO is planning Gaganyaan, sending humans to space. Launch of heavy payload of 6 tons, comprising of 36 satellites by ISRO on 23rd October, just 10 days back, exemplifies Atmanirbhar Bharat. Today, India is a world leader in space programs. All these accomplishments were achieved by Indians trained in India. हिंदुस्तान के वैज्ञानिकों ने अपनी ताकत को दुनिया को दिखाया. The Indian nuclear program is quite significant in the world. Nuclear program only of India and China are vibrant. Thus, we requested ISRO and Atomic Energy to have exhibition here, through which students of this region, particularly rural areas, will get greatly benefited and get excited to take science and technology career. Indian biotech companies have captured the vaccine field within a short time. About 45% of the entire children's vaccines of the world are made and distributed by the Indian biotech companies. Now, India is vaccines factory for the world. About 30 years back, India was a beggar for vaccines. Today, India is a proud donor of vaccines. We are donating vaccines to more than 100 countries in the world. Day before yesterday, the Honorable Governor has honored Dr. Krishna Ella of Bharat Biotech and Dr. Vasprad Reddy of Shanta Biotech for their immense contributions in the field of vaccines. Thus, the world is today looking at India with admiration and expectations that we will contribute to solving global issues plaguing mankind, such as clean energy, water remediation, clean environment, and sustainable growth. Science, technology, and innovation are the key drivers for wealth generation, quality of life, and national security. India is moving ahead on a sustainable development pathway for achieving the goal of our Honorable Prime Minister, Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliant India. Wealth could be generated, this is for my young friends here, wealth could be generated by addressing problems of the society and developing needed technologies. Bharat Biotech is a recent outstanding example of wealth generation by developing the much needed Covaxin. In the inaugural function of the Indian Science Congress in Bangalore in January 2020, the Honorable Prime Minister emphatically mentioned innovate, patent, produce, and prosper. The Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji firmly believes that our future will be secure and our global leadership will sustain only when we produce the next generation of world-class scientists, technologists, and innovators. Keeping that in mind, SR University, Andhra Pradesh provides research-intensive education in this university. Universities are viewed as creators of new knowledge, innovative ideas, providers of skilled manpower, agents for social changes, symbols of international attention and prestige. This university would like to attain such world-class university status in the next 5 years. In his address at the 106th Indian Science Congress held on 3rd January 2019, Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji emphasized the need for establishing an expanded research ecosystem. He emphatically said that a strong research ecosystem must be developed in the state universities and colleges, since more than 95% students of this country go to state universities and colleges. New technologies in the domains of advanced materials and nanotechnology, artificial intelligence and machine learning, virtual reality, augmented virtual reality, quantum computing, digital technologies, blue technology, blue energy, healthcare and pharmaceuticals, electric vehicles, fuel cell-based cars, buses, trains, aircrafts, and submarines, etc., will be the key drivers of growth. During the last 3 years, Government of India has launched several major programs such as National Hydrogen Mission, Deep Ocean Mission, National Supercomputing Mission, Quantum Computing Mission, Semiconductor Display Manufacturing in a big way, data localization, and many more. With all these technological advances, India of the next 25 years will be very different from what it is. You, the youngsters, I repeat, with all these technological advances, India of the next 25 years will be very different from what it is. These new and emerging technologies will provide abundant opportunities to the younger generation, which the earlier generations did not have. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Vigyan. Thank you, Ananda.
Thank you, sir. Please put your hands together for our Pro-Chancellor, sir, to address this gathering.
The Honorable chief guest of this function, the Governor of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Harichandan ji, our President of Indian Academy of Sciences, Professor Wagmore, the Special Secretary to the Governor, Mr. Sisodia, Dr. Pola Bhaskar, the Commissioner of the Education of Andhra Pradesh, the Vice Chancellor of SRM University AP, the Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Narayan Rao, the Joint Collector of the Guntur District, the SP, DSP, and the other dignitaries on the dais, deans, faculty members, directors, press, and IDA students who are studying in the SRM University, and also the students who have come to attend and see this exhibition in person today. I join my Vice Chancellor with pleasure in welcoming all to this Science and Technology exhibition. This is a great moment of pride that SRM University AP, which is a fledgling university of just 5 years old, is hosting with a proud privilege the Science and Technology exhibition sponsored and conducted by the Indian Space Research Organization and the Department of Atomic Energy together. And further, this is only a prelude. Tomorrow, we are going to inaugurate the Indian Academy of Sciences, the Bangalore chapter, with more than 150 to 200 delegates coming across from India and outside the country. The SRM University always patronages these kind of conferences and exhibitions. As you might be aware, in 2011, the SRM University, Chennai, hosted the Indian Science Congress, which was supposed to be the first private university at that time. It was attended by the Prime Minister, Mr. Manmohan Singh, and by the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, and several Nobel laureates across the world. So when I got the opportunity and when I heard that there is an opportunity to host this Indian Academy of Sciences meeting and also the Science and Technology exhibition is conducted by the ISRO and DST, I felt this is a great opportunity and I jumped up on it. I thank both ISRO, DAE, and the Indian Academy of Sciences for having given this opportunity to the SRM University AP. In this next 4 days, we will be having around 10,000 students across the Andhra Pradesh who will be visiting the SRM campus and will be learning about this exhibition, which is conducted by the agencies I told. I happened to see the exhibition along with the governor. This exhibition is a vast one and it is very comprehensive. It is having the first model of the satellite called Aryabhatta, which was launched by India, and the latest satellite launched by the ISRO with 36 satellites for Airtel with a payload of 16 tons. So it's a quite comprehensive exhibition. Similarly, on the Department of Atomic Energy side, it has various exhibits which will be a great benefit not only for the students from across AP but also for the students within SRM. As Professor Narendra was telling, India has grown to this stage of launching its own satellite and also the satellite from other countries. I have heard from him that the first rocket which was launched by India was taken in a bicycle, and the first satellite which was launched by India was taken in a bullock cart. From those humble beginnings and with those indigenous technologies, we have grown up to a stage where affordable science and technology is possible like only in India. When we talk about India, we always think that we are a developing nation, which is completely false because of the simple reason that in the history, if you look at just the context of 500 years, this terminology of developing nation can be applied to India. Until 1500th century, India was the highest GDP in the world when there were no UK, USA, and Europe. So you don't need to feel that we are behind. In fact, we were far ahead. We were little lagging behind because of the colonial rule, and we are now bouncing back. In another 25 years, we will be surpassing the economy of the United States, and already we have surpassed the economy size of the United Kingdom. So we are right now in the 5th position. Soon we will be in the 2nd position, next only after China. I'm sure with the great work and the hard work which is done by our students and the youth force, we can even aim and surpass China in another 50 years. And you'll all be there to see that and watch those successful moments. Even now, I would like to share a point that the Indians are driving the politics and the science and technology companies across the world. I don't need to tell about the new UK PM, the Prime Minister, and the Vice President of the United States, and apart from that, the CEO of Microsoft, Google, and so on. Here, I would like to add with a pride that the Twitter, which is being rejigged by the world's richest man, Elon Musk, is done by a SRM alumnus. His name is Sriram Krishnan. He was studying in SRM between 2001 to 2005 in the electronics and instrumentation group. Please be conscious about the group, because now we feel that if only you take computer science will become big. It's not true. People who have taken electronics and instrumentation, mechanical and several other branches have also done very well in their life, and he is one such example. He has found his love and wife in the same college. They launched the clubhouse, and now he is helping Mr. Elon Musk to rejig the Twitter. And he has been in touch with our faculty members, especially our HOD, and he is planning to come in this December. If at all that happens, I'd be happy to have the SRM University students from AP also to join the occasion. The reason for me to tell this thing is that, so India is not behind, the Indian students are not behind, Indian brain is not behind, and in fact, we are far ahead in all these areas. As a university, we feel that we are obliged and we are very much obligated to do our 2 cents for this society and for the local population. Any research which is done like without having a direct application will not be reaching the people. So that is why I feel we are conducting this science and technology exhibition, and similarly we have conducted Andhra Pradesh Skill Development Corporation's several camps and trainings in the last few years, because we feel that though we call it as corporate social responsibility, there is something called campus social responsibility, and we are very serious about that. Like once again, I take this opportunity to welcome you all and thank our governor for being here amidst his busy schedule. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. May I now request President, Indian Academy of Sciences, Professor Umesh Wagmare, sir, to deliver his address.
Good afternoon. Honorable Governor, Shri Vishwabhushan Harichandanji, other dignitaries on the dais, colleagues and young friends in the audience, I'm delighted to represent here the Indian Academy of Sciences, Bangalore, which was founded by Sir C.V. Raman in 1934. We are really happy that we have our 88th annual meeting being hosted at SRM University in the next 3 days, which will bring glimpses of exciting science and research of contemporary interest, such as energy problem, flooding, and many other aspects of society will be presented in the next 3 days. And I welcome you all to attend to some parts of this meeting as you may be interested in. At Academy, we strongly believe that the future of India lies in the young generation. And for them, we have Summer Research Fellowship Program, which gives young students from colleges to have an opportunity and work in research labs in different parts of the country during the summer months. And that's a really good exposure to know whether you really like to do science and engineering research. An important mandate of the Indian Academy of Sciences is to uphold cause of science and progress and connect with the society in the domain of science and technology. And in this regard, I'm really delighted that we are getting to connect with you all through the exhibits planned by the SRM University here. These exhibits are very exciting, I must say. They will introduce you to two major establishments of science in India. One is the Department of Energy and one is Department of Space. Through that, you will also get to see the leadership and works of two legends of Indian science. One is Homi Jahangir Bhabha and one is Vikram Sarabhai. In the Department of Energy exhibit, hosted by the Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research, Kalpakam, you will see, it's hard to go into every details in this short time here, but you will see the fast breeder reactor tries to use the nuclear fuel which is available in India for the cause of our society. You know, it's an amazing mission where you will see the science and technologies come together to solve very challenging problems. For example, the one problem there is cooling. How do we cool the reactor? The same technological problem exists in aerospace industries, where the modern aircrafts have so much heat generated in them that to manage the heat is a challenge. And so same problem exists in computers, where the heat generated by your CPUs cannot be managed easily. So although this exhibit is on nuclear energy, you will get to learn about many peripheral science and technologies and research that goes into these. In fact, the Department of Science has been engaged in a lot of fundamental research materials. Which material should you use to withhold this high temperature of a reactor, and many challenging problems. The Department of Space, as Professor Rao already mentioned, is of course one of the leaders, has made India one of the leaders in the country. They have the largest constellation of remote sensing satellites in the world. And the recent accomplishment was to have a satellite launching vehicles with 4-ton capacity, launching 36 satellites at once. It's amazing. Yeah. But one thing you should notice while you go through the exhibits, first is you should question. Unless you question things, you won't learn about them well. Go deeper into it. And you will find out that these accomplishments have come from a lot of hard work over the last 60 years. You will see some historical description of these efforts as well in these exhibits. And these 60 years have seen a lot of work in basic sciences, translating them into engineering, learning from each other, and most importantly, thousands of scientists and engineers have worked together to accomplish what we have today. And I really hope you will enjoy these exhibits and also get inspired by what you see in these exhibits. I'll stop soon by thanking SRM University for this innovative idea to have these exhibits on campus, along with the annual meeting of Indian Academy of Sciences, which augments our mission to reach out to the society and particularly the young students in this region of Andhra Pradesh. Wish you all a great time at the exhibitions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. With immense pleasure and pride, I would now like to welcome Governor of Andhra Pradesh, His Excellency, Shri Biswa Bhushan Harichandran ji, to address the gathering.
Professor Umesh Wagmere, President, Indian Academy of Science, Dr. P. Satyanarayana, Pro-Chancellor, SRM University, Professor Manoj Arora, Vice Chancellor, SRM University, Professor D. Narayana Rao, Pro Vice Chancellor, SRM University, Dr. R. Prem Kumar, Registrar, SRM University, RP Sisodia, Special Chief Secretary, Sri Pola Bhaskar, Commissioner, Collegiate Education, Andhra Pradesh, Sri Venugopal Reddy, Collector, distinguished guests, members of the print and electronic media, and ladies and gentlemen, I extend my warm greetings to you all. It gives me immense pleasure to participate in the 88th Annual Conference of Indian Academy of Science being held here today. A developed country is one of that has the capability and capacity for wealth generation, literacy, high quality of life, and national security. It is a fact that science and technology is the established currency in the geopolitical world. Any country that has made advances in the prosperity has invariably depended on science and technology. England became a world power. It was because of the Industrial Revolution. US became a superpower primarily because of technology, whether it is transportation, agriculture, high-tech industry, medicine, etc. Science and technology is all about innovation, discovery, and research. It is all about trying things, doing experiments, and making scientific and technological breakthrough. It is about not only doing things that nobody else has done ever before, but also improving the quality of life by such advancements in science and technology. The societal expectations from science and technology are increasing. Thus, the scientific community has the responsibility to keep up with these expectations. I hope you will all agree with me on the need to make Indian science and technology more vibrant. The world today is looking at India with the admiration and expectation that we will contribute to solving global issues plaguing mankind, such as clean energy, water remediation, clean environment, and sustainable growth. This is certainly within our reach. Our research has to be comprehensible to very best in the world in all disciplines, ranging from basic sciences, engineering, to humanities. In this regard, I am remembered of the quotation of Louis Pasteur, who said, "Science knows no country because knowledge belongs to humanity, and the touch which illuminates the entire world." In the inaugural address of the Indian Science Congress held at Bangalore in January 2020, our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji emphatically mentioned that we should innovate, patent, produce, and prosper. Our Honorable Prime Minister firmly believes that our future will be secured and our global leadership will sustain only when we produce the next generation of world-class scientists, technologists, and innovators. The Government of India emphasizes that education plays a pivotal role in human resources development and the nation's economy. Thus, the National Education Policy 2020 lays the foundation for New India of the 21st century. India of the next 75 years will be very different from what it is now. Hence, the students' knowledge base must be flexible to cope with the 21st century jobs. This National Education Policy 2020 will make India knowledgeable superpower. The health sector in India is the cusp of revolution encompassing artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, telehealth, and indigenous development, new medical equipment, and devices. Our response to the COVID-19 pandemic has taught us that by coming out of our shores and working collectively, we can make exponential progress. COVID-19 pandemic forced us to realize that instead of depending on imports, developing indigenous technology and manufacturing base should be the national priority. Thus, the Government of India is strongly encouraging Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, that is, the self-reliant India. COVID-19 pandemic provided us a good opportunity to realize digital India in several sectors such as health, education, development of digital applications, business, etc. The COVID-19 pandemic created an opportunity for societies to reimagine and press the reset button. The clean energy revolution India has committed to achieve net zero by 2070. This is a highly ambitious target. This means we need to doing something beyond our conventional ways to achieve this milestone. India has set itself a target of 140 to 150 GW of wind energy by 2030. To bridge the gap between the current and targeted capacity, we as a country have taken several steps to encourage wind energy. It is well recognized globally that hallmark of India's in space is the focus on being helpful to the mankind through Earth observation, satellites, and an effective institutional tie of with the stakeholders to evolve the sustained national system. Exploring outer space continues to exercise and enrich us. In this pursuit, self-reliance has been our obsession, not just an objective. That's evident from the giant strides made by India in the satellite technology and launch break-in technology. The highest is that India has mastered the complex technologies and achieved self-reliance in the access of the outer space. All India satellites, except a few heavy communication satellites, are lifted by the Indian launchers. Chandrayaan-1 and Mars Orbiter mission tested our ability for precise navigation into deep space and for the tricky capture of the orbit of these celestial bodies. Some of the technology innovations directed by our space exploration missions have been beneficially developed for the operation of Earth observation and application satellites. India is on the threshold of a human space flight and a complex interplanetary explosion, which will open up enormous challenge and a host of opportunities to the new generation. What drives the team ISRO for such quantum leaps? It is belief in ourselves. It is team excellence. It is the learning from the past missions, both failures and successes. It is the sublime combination of the wisdom of elders and innovative power of the younger generation. It is prepared for all imaginable scenarios. It is transformational leadership at all levels. I am very glad to know that the Indian Space Research Organization and the Department of Atomic Energy are organizing the exhibition at ISRO University, Andhra Pradesh, showcasing the rockets and satellite developed by ISRO in the past decades. I am sure that the exhibition will motivate the bright and young students to take up science and technology as their career of choice. After moving through this exhibition, I also myself felt excited, and the development which has been made by the country has also explained to me. In this context, I'd like to tell you what our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi wants. He wants Atmanirbhar Bharat, on which we are marching ahead. There was a time when Dulles, the Secretary of State, America, had ridiculed India, saying that India is claiming that it will be a neutral country. A weak country like India cannot be a neutral country. It is only powerful countries of the world. They can remain neutral. We can remain neutral, not India. It is bound to join this bloc or that bloc, either the American bloc or the Russian bloc. I am still remembering how he ridiculed us. He ridiculed our neutral policy. But the situation has completely changed. we have mastered in the field of science and technology. And therefore, I like to refer to the war with Pakistan when Shastriji, the then Prime Minister, had said, had given a call, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. And when we were on war, he said, I'm appealing to the farmers not to leave an inch of land without cultivation. Country requires food, and the food sector, your contribution is the best contribution for the country. And call the Jawans that fight for the nation, fight for your people, and keep the honor of the country. Therefore he said, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. And thereafter, when Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee came as the Prime Minister in 1998, he made atomic test at Pokhran on 11th May. All the big powers of the world pounced upon Vajpayee and said that you have absolutely no right to make any atomic test. You cannot. Atal Bihari Vajpayee did not say anything. And 2 days thereafter, on 13th, he made another 3 atomic tests and said that India has become an atomic power. We don't bother for the warning of the so-called big powers of the world. But I can assure you that India will not attack any other country. But in case any country ventures to attack India, then India is prepared for it. That was the economic sanction. He didn't care for it. He said, we'll stand on our own foot. We don't bother that by this threat, by this economic sanction, India will be afraid of you and will surrender. It will never happen. Its banner will remain high as it is. After that, you say that all the big powers then just came forward and talked to Atal Bihari Vajpayee. And after 6 months, this economic sanction has been lifted. And President of America first invited Atal Bihari Vajpayee to America and declared there that no problems of the world now cannot be solved without Bharat, without such a great leader like Atal Bihari Vajpayee. And at that time, Vajpayee added one other thing, that Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vigyan. Coming to the development in the field of science. Now we have gone much ahead. Therefore, our Honorable Prime Minister, while dreaming about his Atmanirbhar Bharat, he said in the field of science and technology, we have much ahead. And what a sort of strong stand is now being taken by India, you know, for the recent incidents. If India would not have taken a strong stand, then there would have the appearance of Third World War. Both the sides in this Russia and Ukraine fight, both the sides were pressing on India to support them. American bloc and also this side, Russia. But the Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi, he said the era of war is over. Nothing can be solved by war. Everything can be solved by discussion, and that's the essence of democracy. India is the largest democracy of the world. We want peace, and such a firm stand could be taken by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, for which such a war has been avoided. And ultimately, it took with both sides, with Russia, with Ukraine, with America, with Putin, the president of Russia. And now, all these great countries that are praising that the real stand has been taken by the Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi. So, if you believe in your country, if you feel proud of your nation, if you feel proud of your people and your great democracy, then go ahead with research. And now Modi ji has added another word: Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vigyan, Jai Anusandhan. Research. So due to this research, we have in the field of space science, in the atomic science, and in every sphere we have developed. And so this, we are proud that in every sphere we are developing, we are asserting our position in the world politics, and all sorts of development are being made in the country. And my dear students, this is your country, your nation, and which are great cultural tradition. Be proud of that. Go ahead in the field of science and research and atomic energy as we are being taught to them. Then our great ambition will be fulfilled. Thank you all. Joy.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Pro Chancellor Sir to present memento and shawl to our Honorable Governor, His Excellency, as a token of gratitude. I would now request Vice Chancellor Sir to present the memento to Mr. Pola Bhaskar. I will now request Vice Chancellor Sir to present the memento to Mr. Pola Bhaskar, IAS Commissioner, Collegiate Education of Andhra Pradesh.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to invite our Registrar, sir, to deliver the vote of thanks.
It is indeed a great pleasure to propose vote of thanks on this wonderful occasion in the presence of His Excellency, Governor of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Vishwabhushan Harichandran. It is indeed our pleasure to have you as a chief guest, sir. On behalf of the university, I would like to thank you for accepting our invitation to inaugurate the science exhibition organized by ISRO and Department of Atomic Energy as a prelude to the 88th Conference of Indian Academy of Sciences. I would like to thank Professor Umesh Wagmare, President, Indian Academy of Sciences, Bangalore, for accepting our request and extending the support in organizing the 88th Annual Conference of Indian Academy of Sciences at SRM University, AP, Andhra Pradesh. I thank Dr. P. Satyanarayan, Pro-Chancellor and President of SRM University, AP, Andhra Pradesh, for his gracious presence and continuous support to this university. I thank Professor Manoj K. Arora, Vice Chancellor, SRM University, for his guidance and leadership and support in organizing this event. I thank Professor D. Narayan Rao, Pro Vice Chancellor at Saran University, who has anchored this event and for being instrumental in bringing the exhibition teams from ISRO and DAE and all his efforts to ensure that the event is successful. I thank the Collector, Joint Collector and Commissioner of College Education, Government of Andhra Pradesh and all other government officials, security officers and agencies who have worked hard for smooth conduct of this event. Invitees and dignitaries present on this occasion, I am thanking you all. I thank all the team leaders and members of various committees organizing this event and everyone who has directly or indirectly contributed to the success of this event. I also thank the deans, directors, members of the faculty, staff and students for your presence and continuous support at various levels. I thank the print and media for your presence here and covering the event. And I also thank the scientists and researchers who are going to be here in this campus for the next 2 days and making this university as an intellect hub for sharing all their research work. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. We would now like to request you all to rise for the national anthem.
Thank you.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभाशिष मागे गाहे तव जय गादा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Please be standing till the Honorable Governor use the article.
Akash, you are going from the other door.
We request the students to kindly remain seated.